everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of Got Something For Ya. This is our annual Spark or Snuff. We are going to be looking at all of the castaways' outfits of Survivor 47 and sparking them if we like them, or snuffing them if we do not. Now, as you can see, Ollie and I are joined by a very special guest. We have the one and only Shannon Gaitz. Shannon, thank you so much for being here with us.
No, thank you for having me. I was saying before the podcast that I usually in the preseason don't look at the pictures at all. Like I come in and I'm like, and I know so much about them because I'm listening to Mike Bloom's very excellent interviews with him that he does before the season. But then I'm like, wait, who is who? I know all of you, but I need to put like faces to names. So this is good because now I have the audio component, I'll have the visual component, I'll know everyone so well.
It's good. We'll get to see if their outfits also tell us anything about how they're going to do this season.
Yes. Well, have you noticed, like, having done this before, is there like a trend? Is there like one thing that someone has where it's like they're going to win?
You know what? Ollie, if you remember correctly, do you remember when we did this with Claire for Survivor 45? For Survivor 45, Claire mentioned that actually there's this thing. There's a if you're allowed to wear a named brand on the show, that means that it seems like the producers have some faith in you as a player. So I thought that was a very interesting tidbit and kind of worth looking out for as we go on today's journey.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. And also, like, does the brand obviously have faith in you? Maybe to be fair, maybe that person's trying to influence a little bit, maybe more there for clout than the win. So you could kind of look at it like that. But I feel like for me, it's going to be practicality. You know, if someone comes on there with a very impractical fashion item, I'm probably going to be like, I don't get you. Like, where's the common sense? Like, how are you going to make good strategic decisions? And I know that that's a hot take because, like, if you think about Valeria from Titans v Rebels, she had that, like, blue furry jacket. And everyone loved that jacket. But I was like, this is so impractical. If this gets wet, it's awful. Like, it'll be too hot. I really thought it was bad. I'm going to get canceled off that. Like, she looked cute. But I was like, this was a bad practical choice. And I'm strictly practical at this point.
I'm texting Valeria now to let me know.
No, I would look great. She looked better on day 25 than I would look with a full face of makeup. But I was just questioning the practicality.
Well, Valeria is in our chat right now. I'm just kidding. We have Dan in our chat who we love Shannon. Yes, Dan, we do. And Amy, great to see you again. I'm so glad that you're back for Spark or Snuff. We're excited about it as well. So you all know the rules. But while we have Shannon here, Shannon, you're like this Survivor historian. And I was just curious to know, over the course of since Survivor started to now, have you noticed any changes in the type of outfits that the castaways are allowed to wear?
Well, I feel like I'm not usually observant. So this is good because, again, it's like testing other elements of my knowledge. They'll be like, did you notice that this was a big thing with, like, this isn't fashion, but like, Jerry from Australian Survivor last year had a nipple tattoo that was only pointed out to me in the 7th week. And I'm like, oh, are they splitting votes? Like, I don't really. So I'm not good at that. But I will say that Survivor, I mean, it has changed. It used to be like they were camping, right? Like they had sunglasses and like hats and they wanted it to feel like they were camping. And then obviously in Pearl Islands, they sent them out there as if they were going on a photo shoot. And that was like such a big twist. So then they had like, you know, Savage in the suit and like Rupert having to wear Krista's skirt, which I think kind of changed it to like the shipwreck. You know, they had a bit of that. And then I feel since then it's probably met something in the middle of that where it's just more like pedestrian, show a little bit who you are, like be somewhat practical, but you're not like fully camping, but you're also not like fully in the whole like Lost style shipwrecked element of it all. So I do feel like it's changed a bit, but I definitely think my favorite like fashion as a Survivor historian, the one thing that like the things I really love is like as an example in Survivor Second Chance when they brought them back in their original outfit. And it was like, oh, this is history. You know, this is iconic. I love when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, that was a really great choice from production, I will say. I mean, Ollie, there have been so many like classic, when you think of certain elements like a red shirt or a Boston hat, like you just paint the picture of a player. Do you have one in mind of one of your favorites that are like that?
Yeah, the first thing that comes to my mind is like a little kind of cap. And it makes me think of Courtney Yates because she had in Heroes versus Villains and possibly China, but she had her little hat that makes me always think of that, and pigtails. And also, if I say like a beanie, Victoria Badmon from Edge of Extinction, because she had a beanie on during her season. And
yeah.
I thought it was the most, like, you've put the most winter, like, accessory to go into the most summery sort of, like, place. And I loved it. But yeah,
that's smart though, I think, because it's like, if you get cold and if your ears are cold, for me, you're done. So the fact that she was thinking about ear warmth at night, see, I think that's smart. That would get practicality points for me. So, I mean, that seems like a big leg up to have a beanie, don't you think?
Yeah,
I agree, because
Like,
you can
that's
also
quite
hide
a warm
stuff in it.
item. Yeah, it's about fairness.
Well,
but it was so unique that you remembered her now. Like, I always remember her as the one that always wore the beanie. So.
and let's see if there are any castaways this season who have memorable items as well. And before I go on any further, Phil was not able to join us. Our co-host Phil, I've got something for you. He's not able to join us tonight, but he will be here for the premiere, and we have a very special guest for the premiere episode as well. So more on that towards the end. So we're going to get started with Spark or Snuff of Survivor 47. I hope you're ready. Jenny K, welcome to the chat. And we are going to start right now with Aysha. All right. Aysha is sporting a nice red button-up, and I really love the color of this.
I do know what Aysha looks like. That's someone that I had put her face to her name before now. I think this is already iconic. Like the red shirt, I think people are already remembering that this is her outfit.
Yeah. I love this color. Like, I love that shade of red on her. And I think, kind of going on Shannon's point with the practicality thing, like, it's clearly she's kind of got like cargo combat-y kind of trousers. So it's very clear she's gone, I need to make sure that everything works, but also kind of aesthetically it looked like it all works. And I think on her, the outfit to the left, I think it's a co-ord as well. So that in itself, I'm like, I love that she brought a co-ord. Like, anyone that brings something like that, I will always kind of enjoy.
I'm really glad that you mentioned the cargo pants, because what I love about this is the color of them. The red and the green. Red and green are complementary colors, but when you pair them together, they tend to look like Christmassy. So it was great that the tones of these colors work so well. And you're right, Shannon. I think that this is like an iconic outfit already, and I spark it.
Yeah, I think that I spark it for the reason of practicality, which is this is a button-up. So if she has another shirt, she can wear it over things. A button-up shirt is also technically kind of like a light jacket. So it's versatile. You can layer. They get other items like sooner in, right?
Yeah.
Like a cut food. Yeah. So she'll have something else she can pair it with. That's so smart. See, that's her first great move of the game.
She's already doing well there. Yeah, I'm going to spark it as well. Like, I think she knows what works for her, clearly. And I think that maybe could translate to the game. But yeah, definitely the outfits are a spark. So
yeah, I'm going to spark it because I like it and also because of extreme bias.
Yeah. Good to outline that. And we have Matt. Welcome to the chat. I'm glad you're here with us. We're going to have a fun time tonight. Aysha, Spark. Let's move on to our next castaway. We have Genevieve.
Okay. Because I love Genevieve. I really loved her interview, and I have not seen her until right now. Genevieve looks a little like a sailor in this outfit.
I got those vibes too.
Yeah.
But I love the ascot.
Yeah, so is that what it's called? It's an ascot?
I think so.
What's a cravat? Is that a thing?
Yes. Oh, this is testing my fashion knowledge now that I should
because
know.
that's a very specific fashion item that she's wearing. Is that how you okay, here we go.
Cravat,
a short neckband. I think that could be.
It is that. That is, yeah.
Then what's an ascot?
Well, I think it might be the same thing. It's just a different term.
Yes. Okay, and now I'm going to Google ascot versus cravat. See, this isn't good podcasting, but we are learning.
I know. The thing is, I could go find out ascot, but there is a place in the UK that is very famous called Ascot, so it will just come up with that.
I think that this is actually a cravat, because an ascot is a neckband that consists of two wings of wide pointed fabric, where a cravat is any cloth tied around the neck.
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of feel like I didn't even know that I knew that was a word, but it is, and it's this. That's a very confusing choice for me from a practical perspective, because what are you gaining? Just a kind of little piece of fabric that's going to be kind of wet and dirty. It's not giving you any warmth. It might strangle you in a challenge. I think it's unsafe. I think it's ill-advised. Amy Lang in the chat is saying, I think an ascot is kind of ruffled. So it seems that this is not an ascot. Yeah.
So we'll go with a cravat.
Got it. I've only seen an ascot in cartoons, so I just want to be clear there.
I didn't know that I knew either of these words until my head is saying them right now. I think that it's just my thing is going on Survivor is hard enough. You shouldn't be wearing a fashion piece that I have to Google. That's too much. It's too complicated. Yeah.
Well, there might be some significant meaning to it, right? There might be something that reminds her of home. You don't think? Well, that could be, right? Like that could be. I do like the shirt a lot. Like I like when there's differences in the castaways' outfits. We just saw Aysha with the red shirt. I like that this is a nice little change, right? Just like a visually, just a new visual to look at. And kind of giving a little bit of Waldo, but I kind of like it.
Yes, it is. That's good. And that could almost be, you could use that. Like at a final tribal council. Where was Genevieve? Here's where I was the whole time. And this is why you should vote for me.
Hiding in plain sight.
Well, yes, exactly. So we can hope that she's not as, that she's doing a little bit maybe more in the game. Maybe we'll see more of what she was doing. But yeah, hiding in plain sight, but so much so in a shirt like Waldo. Kind of speaks for itself.
It does.
I do think the pants look comfortable from a practical perspective.
They do, yeah.
I think
they look comfortable. The whole thing, the shirt and the pants. Yeah, is it a capri pant?
Do you think?
I think it's a capri pant.
I don't even know what a capri pant is.
A capri pant is just slightly. It's that length that she's at right now. It's not like a full one. It's not like below the knee. It's like the shin.
Well, that's my one question mark though on the pant length.
Why?
Because worse comes to worse, you're sleeping at night. I'm just thinking about warmth and sleep. If you're sleeping at night and there's a little gap, like that will keep you up.
Well, she's got her cravat. She can just put on her ankle.
Well, that's what it's for. It's a tiny little ankle blanket. It's an ankle blanket. Yeah, but if you wore full length pants, you wouldn't need that ankle blanket. That's very true. So then it just feels like it's solving a problem you created.
I think Ollie figured it out though. Yeah, it's gonna be an ankle bracelet. Bracelet. Oh no.
Blanket.
Wait, the ankle blanket, like an anklet, I think. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Is that
there
okay?
We go.
That is the thing, yeah.
Shannon, thank you so much for making my words make sense. Are you gonna spark or snuff it just based on the necktie alone? I forgot the word already. I'm so sorry.
Cravat. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. I wasn't prepared to come here and say cravat because again, I didn't look at the pictures before this podcast. I'm gonna have to unfortunately snuff. I do love Genevieve. I'm higher on her chances in the game, and I loved her interview. I really enjoyed so much of what she was giving in the interview, but I just feel from a fashion perspective, she looks great. I'm not saying she doesn't look great. I'm just saying that the pants will leave her cold on her ankles. And I don't want her ankles to be cold. I think that the cravat is confusing and dangerous. I think that the shirt does look like a comfortable material. That's a tick, but otherwise I don't know. I like if it is like some secret thing from home, like you said, and she snuck it in like a personal item, I think that's brilliant and I would change my mind. But barring that, I think I'll have to snuff it.
Okay. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it because I love the look. Like, it just looks like this really cute little smart casual look. I am kind of thinking on the side of practicality. That's why I'm not sure. I'll spark it. I'll give it a little soft ember spark.
Like a little, I don't know what it is, but a little match. I don't know. Yeah. I am going to also snuff this. I actually kind of think it's a little. I think the cravat is a little mismatched, just slightly with the outfit. And also, Shannon, you brought up some great points about practicality, so I will snuff this. Oh, and our audience in our live chat, go ahead and let us know as well. Play along with us.
Matt Benjamin says anklet. I think that it's banklet. It's like blanket, except you put the L further in, and then it's a banklet.
Yeah.
Which is, it has the word ankle in it, but it's also all the letters of blanket. It's an ankle blanket. It's a banklet.
We've created a new word today on Spark.
Yeah, and it's also copyright, so please don't take our invention.
Yeah.
There will be a GoFundMe or a what is it like?
We have a
so that
pending
you guys
patent.
can, yeah, exactly. You guys can give some money to the idea of the banklet, and if your pants are too short, this will keep your ankles warm.
Yeah, see, it's like the Q skirt.
Yeah, it's better than the Q skirt. That was just a jumper, so this is an actual. To be fair, this is just a cravat, but used for the ankles. So.
All right, why don't we move on to our next castaway, who is, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm having a hard time seeing who's next, but it is Kishan.
Okay, this is what Kishan looks like. Now I know.
Yep.
A lot going on here.
Yes, but surprisingly, very little red.
Yeah.
Well, there's
no
red.
red.
There's red adjacent.
Like, there's also blue and yellow as much in the shirt.
I am slightly a Kishan. Like I will defend Kishan till
I
the
love
day
Kishan
I
as
die.
well.
Yeah, love him to pieces. So for me, when it comes to Survivor, I love people that will bring stuff that, like you kind of said, is practical and that work for Survivor. But I also love it when people think, I'm going on national TV. I need to at least look nice. I need to present well. And I feel like Kishan has done this because you're going to, like, I feel like right now he's picked some really colorful things. He's picked some really nice things that will look good when you're watching because you'll be like, oh, that's such a cute outfit. Like, I love the shirt. I love the jumper. I just love it. And I'm someone that just likes all that color, so I am going to be defending it till the day I die, but that's just
Yeah. Well, see, I think he looks great. I think I'm telling on myself because I'm like, I didn't even consider until you said that. I'm like, oh yeah, they're on TV and they want to look good. I did not consider that until you said it. I was thinking like, how will people perceive them in the game? And then I remember that it is a international television product. So I do think that that is important. I think that if I were to go out on Survivor, clearly I'd be like, if they'd allow me, like in my sweats, just like bundled up without thinking about that. But I think for Kishan, I mean, yeah, he does look great. But then I think about from a game perspective, he's not hiding in plain sight, Waldo or Gabler style, because it's a very loud shirt. So it's a kind of shirt that people would be like, that guy in the colorful shirt, he'll stand out. Do you want to stand out so much? I don't know. I do think that the jumper looks very comfortable. And I also think, is that a button-down shirt?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's good for layering. So I'm in two minds.
That's true. And I think on that note of layering, my favorite thing about this is the fact that the colors on the arm are like the color story here is very nice. And I agree with Amy. The colors are giving me 70s, very much so. And I agree about the shirt being kind of loud. I really like the shirt. I got to say, I'm surprised. My theory, I wonder if Kishan was like one of the last castaways to get his outfit approved by production, because I wonder if they knew that they had enough of the reds that that our minds go to first, where they can say, okay, yeah, we can put Kishan in this and it'll be clear. But funny thing enough, when we talked to Jam Jam last season, I forget if this came up in last year's or the year before's, but someone mentioned that having a shirt like this kind of like insinuates like approachable and like outgoing in a sense. So I wonder if he's going to fall into that role.
Yeah. Yes. Jam Jam did say that.
I do think that while I'm like, you will stand out. If you're standing out for your shirt, that could be good, because who can hate a guy in a fun, colorful shirt? It might be like, hey, did you see the guy in the colorful shirt? I like him. So it might be positive. So I think from, the layering perspective, I think I'll probably spark it. But I do think, yeah, it's possible. What if they were like, we're going to keep Kishan, who could fit into any of the tribes. We're going to give him a shirt with all of the colors. And then, it would make sense if he was an alternate. He's like ready to go on any drive, I don't think he wasn't, but it would make sense.
Yeah, because the thing is, on the arm it is blue, red, there is an orange, but also yellow. So it kind of goes with all the tribes. Obviously, this top bit does give me more red because it is closer to red than any other color.
Yeah.
I just love it. I'm giving it the biggest spark so far for me.
Are you igniting it?
I'm so close to igniting it. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to ignite it.
Oh my gosh, we have our
Just-
first ignite of the show.
just
Shannon, we didn't tell you
because-
this, but this is when it is too good that it goes beyond a spark. I'm sorry, Ollie, go ahead and explain why.
It's like an Amazon fire type of burn it down type
And
of stuff.
I kind of said it before, like, I feel like there is a practical element to it where it all works, and like that jumper will probably be very warm. Again, like Shannon said, the shirt can be unbuttoned, but also for the television thing, like we're all going to be watching, and you're going to notice him straight away, and you're going to notice this fun, happy-go-lucky person just from the clothes itself. Case in point, Kenzie. Kenzie was making sure she had fashion statements left, right, and center, and that's what I see in this. So that's probably why I'm going to give it an ignite.
I love that. I mean, it's a spark for me. I like Matt's comment here. The first shirt matches the chaos he's prepared
You'd
for.
hate for the players to think that, though. I hope they see him as approachable and fun and not chaotic and into tribe. It's like, who knows who he's loyal to? He's got all of the colors on his shirt. If that's how people think, which I don't know, they could be crazy. I'm going to give it a very, very slight spark, like kind of like when you like are hitting the flint. I shouldn't be using this. I don't know how to, and it's like a little, I think because I'm a little worried that it's too loud, but I appreciate the comfort and the layering and that it is fun and he looks good.
It is a spark. Tatiana, you said in the press photos, Saul also has a shirt very bright with a pattern, and they are in the same tribe.
Yes.
But is this the press photo that they did for the cast announcement? Because those are not the outfits that they're going to wear.
No, different one, yeah.
All right. But good eye. Good eye. I like how you're thinking. Why don't we move on to our next castaway, who is Rome.
Okay.
Ooh, I love the red of that sweatshirt.
Yeah. So, side note, when I was looking for photos, the only thing I could find was the left photo. It wasn't until I was looking through, like, when they did their intros. This was in someone else's, I think it was in Aysha's actually, that I found this little steal of Rome, and I thought, if all I'm going to see is the one on the left, it's a Snuff. But now the one on the right, I reconsider, because I think it's, again, similar. He looks cool. It's definitely going to be comfortable, and you get a sense of his style. So that's what I'm kind of on the fence with him at the moment.
This is interesting for Rome, because I listened to his interview and I'm like, oh, this is like, he's going to be like the character of the season. I felt like he was going to be like such a big character, and I still obviously think that. But this is more tuned down than I would have expected for the outfit with that personality, which I think is good. You know, he'll blend in a little bit, which I think for me is a positive. I don't think it's the kind of thing where people on TV will necessarily be like, yes, where did you get that? Because I want to buy it. I want to dress up like this for Halloween. But I do think that for the game, it's good. And I also think from a comfort perspective, the hat, practical, great for the sun and against rain. Good to have a hat. The jumper looks really comfy. Like that looks like even if you're just sleeping on a beach, you could probably get some sleep because it's just like a really comfy. I love nothing more than a comfy slouchy jumper. The shirt looks comfortable. It looks like his pants are a reasonable length. Does he have a hood on one of these shirts or jumpers? Is that
I can't tell if it's both or definitely the bright red on the.
I mean, that's great. A hood.
I think he has a hood on the left one as well.
Okay. Yeah, 2 hoods. I mean, that's more than he needs. He can make a cute skirt. I like it. I think this is good.
I'm torn because I like the pieces. I like the pieces so much, but I don't think the colors, especially with the hat. Maybe okay, here's the thing. Maybe if he wasn't wearing the hat, I like the hat, but I think it doesn't. I wonder if that's his hat or if it's someone else's and he has it on. I don't know, but I think it's his hat. I overthought this. I like it.
Think about how protected he'll be from the rain. He has 2 hoods and a hat. Like, it's not getting through to him.
Well, practicality-wise, you are correct. Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, what are we saying then? Are we going to spark or are we going to
I'm
snuff it?
it? Yeah, I'm like that guy's the rain. He won't even remotely touch his head. I think that's really great. And like that's so slouchy. It's like slouch factor. Like tick tick tick.
It's a spark.
I'm going to give it a spark. I'm going to give it kind of similar to what Shannon said last time. One of them
Simmer.
sparks. Yeah, simmer.
A flint.
That's right.
A flint.
There you go. A strike of the flint. All right, let's move on to Saul. Oh, you know what, Tatiana? If this is the shirt you were talking about, I can see what you mean. This shirt, I really like. I can't tell what the pattern is.
Neither can I.
Oh,
Like a little. I think there are leaves, maybe.
I think so too.
Yeah. I should remember what it was because I was so in depth watching this. But because similar to Kishan, I love that there is some sort of color and pattern to it. I think, again, you're going on a show, you want to just have some fun. So I also like that there's kind of almost two different personalities with each shirt. You've kind of got this kind of cool, chilled guy on the left with that kind of the neck, kind of the collar, and just the vibe there. And then you've got the right one, which is a bit more fun, outgoing. So I like that he kind of is able to have more personalities in his clothing at the moment.
I like the pattern. I like that it's a button up that he could wear over that other shirt. I just think like there's a lot of collars. There's gonna be it's too many collars. If he wears that shirt over that shirt, it's like it's not a business meeting. Like, why are there so many collars? That's my biggest complaint. Otherwise, I do like it, but I don't know. I'm put off by how many collars there are.
See, I like a V-neck, so I'm not too and I always gravitate towards like a polo or something like that. So for that reason, I'm gonna. You know what my favorite part is? I actually love that the like. What is that? What is that word? Ollie, help me with this fashion wise. But is that lining on the V-neck of the dark red one, or the stitching? I love that detail. I think that's really nice and adds a little bit more dimension to what otherwise would be a plain shirt.
But also, just to mention, both of you mentioned that Kishan didn't really have any red.
Well, this is like a maroon on the left, like a shade of red.
Yeah,
and
I saw
possibly
that
a Taylor Swift reference. So I like that. If that's a like specific Charlie style Taylor Swift reference, and we're going to carry it on into a second season and piss off just like a lot of people, I would enjoy that. I do think we're getting a lot of different. If he's the secret Swiftie, do we think?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, but maybe like Charlie upstaged him last season, so he's like, I gotta tone it down.
I can't be the Taylor Swift guy for a second season in a row. There's a lot of different shades of red on this tribe that they've done quite well.
I like that.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know what the colors are really throwing me off, but I do like the pattern.
You can snuff it.
I'll lightly spark it.
Okay.
Well, no, I'll lightly snuff it. Some of them have to be snuffed. Too many collars. 2. That's too many. One too many.
I like that criteria. And here's the thing, Ollie. I'm glad you mentioned the lack of red. I know that's how you put it. I do see red in the one in the not button-up shirt, but it's funny because when I see the button-up shirt with the pattern, I kind of think like he could be on a tribe that was like a lilac color or like a light purple or some sort, and that shirt would still fit in. And I kind of like can you imagine that with like a purple buff? I see it.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Although I will say, unlike Kishan, like he could be on a lilac tribe, but there is no lilac tribe. Like if he was going to be on one of the 3, it would be the red tribe. Whereas like Kishan has blue and yellow so equally to the red that's why I feel like, were you an alternate? Like now I'm like confused about like we're just gonna slot you in wherever we need you. Just like have this one shirt ready.
I like that theory. I like that theory a lot. Amy says there might be a problem with the fit. I wonder if it's just like the way that Saul is sitting. But Tegwith, I am with you on this. I too want to know how he's getting his hair like this.
That is true. That is like very perfectly styled for being out on the island. I am impressed. I will say on shirt fit, you got to be careful because that's what took Bruce out, right? He couldn't like move his arm or something, and then that's how he got injured. So this could be dangerous too. Well, now if that's the case, I'm going to have to snuff it because again, from a safety perspective, let's like be really safe.
I love Shannon advocating for safety of the castaways.
Yes, I'm like, this looks dangerous. You're wearing a scarf. Anything could happen.
Yes. See, I've been on the fence now this entire time.
I'm sparking it. Shannon lightly snuffed it. Ollie?
I'm going to lightly snuff it as well.
Okay. With that, we are going to move on to our next castaway, Teeny.
Okay. Teeny has a lot of different outfits.
I love the jeans. I love those jeans. However, we did talk to someone who said jeans are a nightmare on that island.
Yes.
Yeah. Jeans, denim, I just feel
Yeah.
like it never dries. Ever. I think, you can get some comfortable jeans, but from just to like, I don't know, I don't even like going on a plane in jeans.
No.
It's like I don't want to. I don't find that like my comfortable. Like that's my like outside clothes, and I guess they are outside, but like you want to be like comfortable in kind of like your inside clothes. I remember like Geordie wearing the whole denim overalls.
Oh,
Well, like this is an
yes.
absolute nightmare, and then he had to come back in like the purple. Like I think they were more corduroy, or
Yeah.
maybe even a
Yeah.
denim overall. But it
was corduroy.
it was a nightmare. It looked great, and you remember
Yeah.
it. It's iconic, but nightmare from a practicality standpoint. So the jeans, I'm low on. Although I like how they're patchy. It's kind of like Scarecrow from Wizard
Right?
of Oz.
That's
It's
cool.
cute. Yeah,
I
it's
f-
memorable.
I feel like it, like, okay, taking the practicality out of it, because I'm on board with that. I like it kind of fits their personality of quite quirky. I love that they've gone for kind of the, oh my God, I've already forgotten what it's called and I wear it all the time. The checkered tartan, like things as
Plaid.
well.
Gingham?
Yeah, the plaid. Thank you. Yeah, both of them. And I love the geese jumper. I think the geese jumper is just so cute and quirky.
That is cute.
I noticed it in so many things, and I was like, "That's geese," and I had to try and like find it.
That's geese. That's a hilarious sentence. I noticed it, and I was like, "That's geese."
That's geese.
It's one of the moments where I was like, "That is geese."
But overall, I like kind of what I said, similar to Kishan. You could tell they were going on national TV and wanted to present themselves and their personalities in their outfit. So I love that part. It is the practicality thing for me, though. There are a couple of practicality things that I'm like, that I worry about, especially the jeans.
Yeah, it's definitely impractical. I think where I'm actually really surprised. I
also
like
didn't see the geese, by the way. Matt Benjamin saying he didn't see the geese and thought it was more leaves. I agree. Once you pointed it out, I was like, "That's geese."
That's geese.
That's geese.
I'm with you, Matt. I saw the leaves. The jacket on the far left or right, wherever you are, I'm actually surprised that made it onto the air, because we've talked about this before in other episodes of Spark or Snuff, but the pattern to me is like very small. And I think the difference between this one and the other pattern that we just saw was that one was lighter colors. These colors are a bit more vibrant, and I'm wondering how it's going to look when Teeny is in motion, because we've talked about that effect before, where if it's a small enough pattern, it's going to like moire, which means like kind of like float around a little bit. It's kind of that weird effect. But I think I like the jacket, but just for TV wise, I'm not sure about it.
I am in such two minds. I'm completely split, and here's why.
Yeah.
Above the waist, Spark all day for me. I think the slouchy jumper is geese, which is now a term I'm using to mean like fetch, basically. Stop trying to make geese happen.
Geese.
Yeah, it is geese. It has geese. It's kind of like grandma chic, but like in a good way. It's like it's comfy, it's warm, it makes you want to like hug her a little bit.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really positive, because that's what you want in Survivor. You want that social game. We have a button-up shirt, right? Layering. And I didn't actually realize that the one on the left was a jumper. Was a jacket. I thought it was a jumper, but now I'm seeing the zip. Good for layering too. A lot of layers, a lot of outfits. Like, I don't know how so many outfits were even allowed. Great for more. So I think that is great above the waist. Below the waist, we have two really negative things. The denim, concerning, heavy when wet, doesn't dry. Why? And then the second one, if you will look on the right, it looks like the jeans are a little short. Cold ankles might want to be borrowing Genevieve's banklet. Or Matt Benjamin says blanklet, which I think is harder to say. Blanklet, banklet, cold ankles. Very big concern. So I'm so split. I'm so 50-50 here. Because I'm loving half, and I'm half have me concerned.
I completely get you, because again, the only thing that would make this, so this is how I'm thinking of it. The one thing that would make me snuff it is the denim. Everything else though would make me spark it. So I'm
But that's
gonna
such a big
spark
thing.
it.
But the denim is
I
massive.
know.
That's that's a core piece.
I
That's
know.
essential.
Wait. Let's also, Amy has a good point too, where all three are outdoorsy type patterns, which can give people the impression that Teeny is very good with outdoorsy type of activities. So that could be.
I'm gonna spark it.
I don't know. I'm really torn.
I feel bad because I feel like there's gonna be other people that I know have got denim that I'm gonna snuff, but just because there's patches and you understand her personality, and I just geese. That's geese.
It is
That's
geese.
fuck.
That is very, very hard to refute. It is definitively geese. And it has made up come up with the concept of geese, and I do love that. But I also think like Teeny's such a big fan. Like, how can you not have known Rupert from 20 years ago that the genes did not work?
I have a theory. With Teeny's outfit here, I do
breakaway
wonder
pants.
if what?
They're breakaway pants, and there are other pants underneath. And that's what's
Can you a reveal? Can you
Yeah.
imagine? That's what we need on Survivor, more outfit reveals.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, I think that this is more of like a character choice from production in terms of how Teeny is going to be on camera. Like, I think the decision kind of maybe went towards that direction, because as we see, like, there are some people who are put in just like plain solid colors and they call it a day, and that's great. But I think like there's a lot of information that we are getting from Teeny just based on these looks alone, and I wonder if that was intentional from production's approval.
Yeah, but it's actually not how it really lines up with the interview for me. Like, I didn't expect such outdoorsy type patterns, and maybe that will speak to people. Be like, oh, yeah, you know, like this is someone we can keep around from an outdoorsy perspective, and that would be good if it created that. I didn't expect the geese, but it actually, no, to be fair, the geese actually kind of works, like from what I was expecting from Teeny. I love the geese. I don't like the jeans. I'm gonna have to lightly snuff due to just the jeans. I love everything else. Everything else is geese. I can't do the jeans.
I'm gonna spark it because I like the character choice, and I like Tegwith's point here that the jeans aren't tight. Which, if you're gonna have to wear denim,
that is true.
I think that you would rather have
A loose one.
Yeah,
I guess still heavy when wet. I think if you were to go on there in like proper like skinny millennial type jeans, that would be such a like immediate snuff. That would be a nightmare. At least
that would have been
right.
Matthew in high school if I was. Oh no!
I wear that now. I'm gonna wear that today, but not to Survivor. Like that would have been. I'm still so millennial. Like I don't care what the kids tell me. Part your hair differently. Don't wear skinny. Like no. Like those are my jeans. Those are the jeans that I have.
We do what we want.
Yeah.
Ollie, did you decide yet?
Yeah, spark. I'm gonna spark.
Okay. All right. Teeny, we are going to move on to
Matt Benjamin says
Andy. We're at the Yellow Tribe.
Loosey goosey for the jeans. So
Loosey goosey, if you will. I have a feeling that this is going to just turn into what did you say, Matt? Geese or gander? I think that's going to turn into this podcast.
That's geese.
Yeah, that's geese.
So Andy.
Oh my gosh. What is happening here?
This is so. That's meant to be Yellow Tribe. There is no yellow. However,
no. What could become yellow is going to become yellow in a couple of weeks. So.
Well, I mean, I was like, you're like, because I even saw this slightly with Kishan's, because it had like a bit of a yellow white bit there, and I was like, that's going to be dangerous. So the fact that Andy has gone all white here worries me. But also, I thought the shirt was very, like the one on the right was very plain. I was like, if that is your outfit that I see, like nothing. I do think the jumper looks very cute and like warm. That looks quite warm, and that'd be like, I would happily steal that just so I could be like content at night. But other than that, I'm struggling with this just because I think to myself, why have you gotten so much? And he's got, are they jeans as well? I can even clock.
Are they denim?
Is that denim? Is that white denim? Oh my god.
Possibly white denim. Oh, Andy.
That is not geese.
Andy.
This was such a rogue choice.
Yeah, I have to give like, if I were to see the shirt on the left in a store, the one I don't know if it's easy to see, but it has like a little. It has like pattern on it.
Yeah,
I would buy it, but I would not choose to wear it onto the island. And wait, I Tatiana put, why does Andy have a Rory Gilmore sweater? Tatiana, I'm not going to be able to look at this the same way because of you. Thank you.
I 30 seconds ago, if you saw me chuckle, it's because I saw that comment.
Yeah.
I love me some Rory Gilmore when she's behaving, not in the later seasons when she goes off the rails a little bit. But this is a rogue choice from Andy, and I love Andy. Andy's a huge fan, so he should know what works on Survivor. If it was just the white kind of polo shirt, I would have been like, white, that's a lot. Yeah. Then a white jumper as well. I'm like, that's a lot of white on an island where, I'm the kind of person, I spill on myself, so I can't even wear white. It's so bad. It's so bad. I've spilled on the same white shirt like 3 different times at the same restaurant with the same pasta. And Peter's like, I beg you to stop wearing, my husband. He's like, stop wearing that shirt to this restaurant. It's so bad. When I was in the States, Carson actually introduced me to the Tide pens.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have that. It's honestly the best export the US has ever had. Like all the issues with America, not to make this somewhat political, but all the issues that you guys have are solved by the Tide pens, which we don't have. We went and bought a bunch of them. I don't know why they don't exist here. It's the best invention I've ever seen. Do you have that in the UK, the Tide pens?
Yeah. Ooh, I'd have to go check. I feel like it's something familiar, but again, I feel like we may have got
it's a pen, and if you have a spill, you just like go on your jumper right there or on your top or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And genuinely I needed it because I wore a jumper actually really similar to this one. First time I'd ever worn it, I bought it for my trip. First morning, spilled hot chocolate on it, used the Tide pen. It was so good. Ooh. He needs like 50 Tide pens. This is a white shirt into a white jumper on an island. And I also kind of feel like the jumper looks like a bit of a knit. I feel like that'll catch threads in the tree. So that, or in challenges or whatever. Dangerous. The jumper's not going to survive. Concerned about the color. That would be enough. And then, do we literally have here white pants? What? Into, like you're going to spill something. Like it's going to get dirty. Into, I think it is tight denim.
Yeah.
I can't, Andy, are you trying to prove a point that you can survive Survivor with an outfit of like this? Like, are you trying to show, I'm going to see how dirty I can get my outfit if I make it 26 days? Because if so, I guess that's an interesting experiment, but I just have so many questions and a lot of them revolve around Tide pens.
I didn't know how
sorry for the rant
I was with the Tide pens.
Yeah. That you don't even know that you like that is a luxury. We brought them back. We were like, we should bring them back and like sell them here. Like we should be doing like we should be making a profit because we don't have them here, and they're just like in every pharmacy in America.
They're everywhere. You know what?
Yeah.
What if the auction's back and one of the auction
He's
items
gonna
was
need it.
Tide pens?
He's really gonna need
it. That will
it.
be everything.
Yeah.
Spend
but
all your money, Andy.
100%. Literally, Tide pens are my favorite thing about America. Even though I love a lot of people in America, it's better than all those people combined. I'm sorry.
Shannon, you need to become a spokesperson for them. This is
it's
not
incredible.
By the way. I feel like I have to say that.
You're going to get a sponsorship deal just from this alone.
Oh, I genuinely, and it's all so genuine. Like, I really believe in it's just like, it's brilliant. Like, from a, like, really bad spiller that I am, it's a lifesaver. Buy Tide pens. You can get my discount code. It's Shannon20.
I was not expecting us to go on a Tide pen.
But I'm glad we did.
Praise.
I
love it. So,
okay, good.
But
just
I think
back to Andy.
Yes, and Andy's here too. Andy's gonna need a pen.
Andy's gonna need a pen, and I think the audience has spoken. It is an absolute.
I'm so
snuff.
sorry that the rant, Andy. I love
so
Andy.
Sorry.
You know what?
This
I met Andy.
Yeah.
And you know what else? But more of my memory of that trip than meeting Andy was having a Tide pen.
See how many times you're going to put Tide pen into the conversation now.
Shannon, I will ship you Tide pens.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you. That's all I want. That's all I need.
I actually, Amy has this really interesting color theory where it's like the white sort of
that.
giving off these like hero vibes in a way. So I wonder if that's going to play into his personality on the show, or if that's how people are going to perceive him because of this outfit. But we'll see. But
I feel like heroes wear blue, like on Survivor twice, actually, 2 different tribes of them. I guess in Australia it's yellow, but it's not white.
I understand that white is a very complementary color to yellow. Like, it's very easy to pair, but not this much white and not them white jeans. Practicality. There was no practicality here.
Well, why don't we move on to someone who seems like they're doing the yellow tribe correct, which is Anika with
Oh, this is yellow.
love this
This
outfit.
is good.
Do you think she wore the yellow for Andy as well? She wore enough yellow so that both of them had yellow hair.
Yeah.
How much do you want to bet that Andy will end up in that cardigan one day?
And the pants as well.
I'm also realizing, when I met Andy, actually, I didn't know about the Tide pens. I just can't imagine a time before I knew about the Tide pens. Anyway, it's not important. This is all just me trying to get this sponsorship. I'm so sorry. Why am I like this? This outfit, though, from Anika, this is great. No one could, question if she's yellow. That's definitely there. I think it's bold. I think it looks great. I think it draws attention without being over the top, especially because she's in the yellow tribe. Yes, the scrunchie.
She has a scrunchie?
Yeah. If you look on the one on the left.
Oh, yeah.
It's cute. She will lose it immediately. But to be fair, you lose scrunchies often, but this one is big and yellow, so maybe she won't. The yellow top, the cardigan. Ooh, Taylor Swift in and of itself, but warm, slouchy, comfortable. The pants, a good length, a great material, a great fit, comfortable and stylish. This is for me ignited, I think.
This is geese.
This is geese.
Yes. I love everything about this. Like, similar to what Shannon said, it's breathable, it's airy, it's also, like, again, practical, but she knows she was going on TV, so she was like, I'm going to make sure I look good. The only thing practical wise, though, I have to comment on the sandals.
Yeah.
Because I'm just standing on the beach. On the beach, it will work. But I think that my question is that just for the tribe and the camp?
But even so,
she has to have a second pair of shoes from an OHS or like a health and safety perspective. Like she actually, I know I was joking about safety before. Like she would have to have closed shoes as an option.
She'd have to have trainers. But
But like I know an Australian survivor. Like I've seen a lot of castaways wearing like Crocs, like full-on Crocs around the island, which I feel like would be super comfortable. This one, like those sandals don't look like they will offer any protection to any of the elements. So, you're right. She definitely has other shoes, like she has to for challenges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is my ignite as well. The pants, especially, like we didn't really talk about those yet, but the loose fabric,
I kind of want those pants.
Me too.
Not in yellow. I don't think I could pull off yellow, but like from a fit perspective, they look really comfortable and flattering.
Yeah.
Amy, this is my favorite outfit so far as well. Well, why don't we move on to our next? Honestly, it kind of is. No one else. Well, we'll see if anyone else surpasses this. But we have John.
Okay. This is the last interview I'm up to, so these are all the people on the season that I know so far. Now we're gonna get into some territory that I'm not sure of. Interesting outfit from John. Interesting take on yellow. Mustard. I love a bit of mustard.
Yeah.
I like mustard though. I love that shade of yellow. I love the shirt as well. I think the shirt looks good. In the UK, that is very fashionable at the moment. That style shirt with the different stitching on the sleeves and the buttons. That's I feel like a lot. If you Brits will watch it, I think they will like it, which is why I like it. Obviously, the second outfit, it's very clear that has been through some stuff. However, I like the pattern. It looks...
Can you imagine? That was actually white. That used to be white,
that
too.
was actually white. It looks like there's some tie-dye elements in there, which I like as well. So overall, and I think we can praise him because I think he's got cargos on.
Yeah. They might be tighter fitting cargos, might be based on how John's sitting. But I do not like that shirt on the right. I do not like that shirt. I know it looks like it has been through a lot. I can't. But the shirt on the left, I love. I mean, it's more of like a cardigan type thing. I don't know it's a button up, but I like the fabric of it, and I think it's a nice warm option.
Yeah, the shirt on the right looks like if tie-dye and camo had a
Teg with you don't like the tie-dye either?
Yeah, Teg with saying no, not loving the tie-dye. But like the yellow shirt, I feel like it looks comfy and warmer, and that it's a button down, huge plus for me. That's what Teg with it in the chat. And I agree. I think the button down is a huge win. I think it looks comfortable, but still kind of breathable. I think it's he's wearing an appropriate amount of collars. One, I think that the shirt on the right. I mean, like, I don't love the kind of camo tie-dye baby monstrosity thing that it's going for, but I do think it looks like a very comfortable kind of easy t-shirt fit. And as far as we know, the pants look fairly practical. Yeah. For me, it's kind of on the line with the button up being the hero piece that like puts it into a very slight spark for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's in the spark area, and I'm just going to ignore the right picture.
I'm snuffing
Block it out. Block it out.
I gotta. All right, let's move on to our next castaway, who is Rachel.
Okay, I actually do know Rachel as well. She's a listener of the podcast, which I appreciate. I mean, I feel like we're not getting, I'm not really seeing enough here because she's wearing shorts and she's going to have a pant. So what is the pant option she has? I'm not super sure. And that would make a big difference. Having shorts as an option, assuming you also have pants, I think is obviously helpful. I like the layering. She has a yellow top over a singlet, but I don't think I'd layer over a singlet. I feel like a singlet's somewhat uncomfortable. You're not getting a lot of coverage. Like I'd rather layer over like a t-shirt. So I feel like that was a bit of a miss. Oh, we've seen the pants.
Are they leggings?
No, they look like they could be kind of slightly loose-fitting leggings, but they're brown.
Oh, that'd be loose-fitting leggings would be good. That's practical.
I think they're loose-fitting leggings.
That's pretty good. I'd probably go on with like a loose-fitting legging kind of vibe if I was going on, and then like a t-shirt, and then like a really slouchy jumper. That would be.
Wait, Tegwith wants to know if they're skinny jeans though. Do you think that, Ollie?
Let me just observe that. I'm having to look at this
really
poor lady's.
Why are you doing that? I don't like this color yellow, but I will say the muted yellow with that muted like orangey red. Like I like that color combination with the shorts and that shirt. And I really want to see this button up in its entirety because it looks like very light fabric, and I think it's going to look very nice.
Very good for layering. I think for me, it comes down to is it skinny jeans? Because then obviously, like, huge snuff. And if it's loose fitting leggings, I'm going to spark it. So I don't know. What do you think it is?
I'm not sure, because the thing is, I look for the waistband. Because if I saw like the buckle, like if I saw we all know what jeans waistband looks like.
Yeah.
And I can't see it there. It looks like it's a leggings waistband for me.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's thank God.
I don't think it's jeans. I don't think it's denim. I can confirm this. It's not denim.
Okay.
It does not look like denim in this photo.
Crisis averted.
And Rachel, if it does turn out to be denim, we will talk about it on our first episode of Got Something For You.
If it's denim, then I take back my slight spark. I do.
No, I'm going to slightly spark it too, but I do feel like I'm missing a couple of the components to give it my full rating.
See, I think that's why I'm giving it a slight snuff. I just need a bit more.
All right. Well, let's move on to our next castaway, who is Sam. I would buy that shirt.
I don't know, Sam. So I'm
Ollie, one of your options was like a shirt like that.
It's as soon as I saw it, so this was my other option for the podcast.
Oh my God.
Literally, I looked at it and I did think to myself, me and Sam would be twinning. So I may just put it on. Do you know what? Give me a second. I will go twin with Sam.
That is hilarious and great. But you could layer it. Like the button up, good layering option. The pants look like a really good loose fit and a good material. And like the thing about being on the yellow tribe is like you don't have to do a lot to stand out. Like you're in full yellow, but like you're on the yellow tribe.
I agree, and I think that this is really well done. There's the twin.
Are we twinning?
That is that's incredible. I feel bad that I'm not twinning with someone. Should I just go get every white thing that I own and bring it, and then take my Tide pens? I really do have a similar jumper to what Andy is wearing.
I'm mad because I have this same shirt but in white. And it's very similar to what Andy was wearing, so I could have twinned also. But Shannon, you said you didn't know Sam before today, or
no? This is where my knowledge is. This is the level of this is where I'm at in my pre-game podcasting journey before the draft next week. So I'm binging. You know, I'm getting through it. So are those two different shirts?
I
No,
think
they're
it's
the same shirt. They're the same
That's the same
shirt.
shirt. Right,
Yeah.
So we don't really.
Same
He'll have
shirt.
other items we don't know about, but I think these two
Yes.
items are a very good start.
So I'm just saying this now. This will be a spark for me, and not just because we're twinning, and just because I like that shirt. Clock his shoes. His shoes have yellow accents. His shoes match his shirt.
Wow.
And literally,
the attention to detail.
And literally, I saw that and I just went, oh, because the fact that this man was able to match his shoes to, like, it all correlates. That's geese.
I love it. I can't.
This is the epitome
All right.
of geese.
Spark it.
Yeah.
Spark. All right, Sam, you got a
Yellow
spark.
shoes. Wow, that's commitment to the tribe.
I already gave my ignite.
How can you question if I'd be loyal to you? My shoes are yellow. I'm yellow down to my freaking shoes, from my head to my toe. I'm yellow.
He can say that. He could.
Yeah.
What's the yellow tribe name? He could say that though.
Gaffer.
Okay. Yeah. He's head to toe. All right, but now we have Sierra.
All right, well, she's not in yellow. That's
yeah.
Not... Okay.
Are the pants?
They're like.
Oh my god, that knit is so ill. Oh my god, there's so many red flags. I didn't even know I had these red flags. I didn't actually know I cared about this before this podcast, but I've got so many. Can you see the red flags? Ankles, cold, length, bad. What? Although I do think the pants seem like a good like fit and like kind of airy material, but like no, cold ankles, and not even, as we've seen, a banklet on this tribe yet. Cold, not even to borrow. So not sure. I think tank top, okay. I think a tank top's fine. But then look at that knit around her waist.
See, part of me likes that because I was struggling with her. Not practical, but I do think that would be cozy, and I do think it would look cute.
It's cozy here. One drop of rain or sand or whatever, that is done.
Yeah.
I really like the fact that she's in an outfit that, again, it's a little differentiation. It's not full yellow like others have done. But okay. So there's some discourse. So Matt thinks that they are yellow but too short. Amy says they might be rolled up.
I don't think they're rolled up. If you
think?
look in, they're not. That's just the cuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think they are a little too short then. I like the pink shirt, and I actually think it looks really, really nice with that yellow buff. And because she does have the knit, and I think it actually goes really well with the knit, but practically wise, it's not for me.
No, it'll look good for the first 10 seconds of the game. And then it's going to be like a waterlogged, dirty, itchy. Like, that is not for the beach. That's not what you wear to the beach.
No,
it's
not
true.
at all.
I think she'll look great. I'm going to snuff it due to ankle coldness and impractical knit. Like knit. I also think as well, it's like sometimes you have to plan for a weather that's not really, really cold, but also not really, really hot. And this is just extremes.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not layering. It's just like all in on if you're freezing, like maybe you'll be okay. But anything less than that, you're probably overheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Your ankles will be cold. Yeah.
I will snuff it for a practicality reason. I will slightly spark it just because I think.
Yeah, she's gonna look good.
Yeah, she's gonna look good, and that's the bias in me going. She's gonna look cute though, Ollie. just appreciate that. But it's a shame. Yeah, because I think she knows because Tegwith's put it in the chat that her cast photo. Like her outfit, I absolutely adored because that's her cast
cool.
outfit.
So cute.
She looks great. She could wear that to a wedding, like she would a casual wedding. She looks amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do think she definitely stands out, but it's going to be a snuff overall for me. Next, we are traveling over to the Blue Tribe. We have Caroline.
See, what I will say about Caroline is she's gotten blue in terms of her socks.
Mm-hmm.
And they are a little bit like she hasn't just gone for short socks. You can see she's gone for longer shorts.
Yeah.
I guess the top's kind of similar to Solomon, if we remember from the Lavu tribe. So I just don't know about it because I feel like it fits her personality, but I'm not sure. And again, there are cargos, so that's practical and well done on her part.
Yeah, look at all those pockets to hide idols in.
That is a good point. And I will say that's often been a thing with like gender. It's like men had like big bulky pockets with idols in and women didn't. And I like that she's kind of breaking that gender gap of idol finding pockets. Gotta love a good pocket, you know?
Yes.
Practical, helpful. I can't tell if her pants are a little short or just her socks are so long. I don't know if
I'm not
maybe
sure.
because she's sitting.
Yeah. Even if her pants are a little bit short, she has accounted for that with the long socks. So you got to love some long socks. I think that the shirt seems really breezy and button up, good layering. I don't know that it hugely stands out for me from a style perspective.
Yeah.
But I do think it's very practical and looks nice. So I think it's a very slight spark for me.
Yeah. I agree with everything you said there. In terms of practicality, it's practical. The only thing with the button up, it's short sleeved.
That is a good point. Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Her arms may get chilly. So
yeah, I assume she'll have like a jacket, but then that again is like quite a lot of layering that
Yeah.
you would think. Yeah. Although short sleeve button up, yeah, I guess that kind of does detract from the layering because it's like if you're cold enough to layer, then you probably want some long sleeves.
Yeah, and I'm sure maybe she has like an overall or something like that. To
be fair, we did spark some button ups for layering purposes like that were short sleeve, like Sol and I think Sam. Clearly, you're wearing that shirt right now.
So. This is true.
Yeah, this exact same
shirt. This is true.
I'm gonna spark this. To me, what's funny about this one? They always put that like one person in a suit or something, and I dislike when they do that so much. I like this because it's kind of giving that vibe of like if there was a character in a story that was abandoned on an island, like it would like I imagine a similar outfit as to this one for that hypothetical character. So I like this visual here. It's giving me survivor cast or a castaway who is surviving, and I like that. So I'm gonna spark it.
Okay.
I'm gonna lightly
a light spark for me.
Yeah, light spark.
And we'll move on to our next castaway, who is Gabe.
See, I like that he's with the shirt. He's tried to give some more personality with it. It makes me think of American bowling teams, like actually like 10-pin bowling.
Is that like derogatory or good?
I don't know yet.
I think it's good, like the pin pals. Yeah. Pretty good.
I kind of do like, because again, it gives me a personality. And it kind of gives me this quirky personality from him. Now, I was a bit mean with him during the cast assessment, but he has slightly redeemed himself with his outfit, so I will give him that credit. I think they're chinos, Tegwith. I think they're chinos. I do believe they're chinos.
Oh, I do love a good chino.
But for the beach?
Well, I mean, if I had to pick between a chino and a knit sweater, I'd probably pick the chino.
That's damning with faint praise. I mean, yeah, if I had to pick between chino and jeans, I'd pick the chino, but also I'd never pick jeans. Like, there are better options. Really, everyone should be looking at Anika. Why aren't we all doing kind of like an airy yoga pant?
It's true.
Perfect for this. Perfect for the plane as well. I think you should dress for Survivor like how you would dress on a plane. Layers. You want to kind of be warm, but you also want to be able to like take off layers. You want to be comfortable. And maybe like not look terrible. That's kind of how I would dress for Survivor.
Wait, that is expert advice, Shannon. I think that's actually the way to go. Dress like you're dressing for an airplane. Which, by the way, do both of you have a like set outfit for when you have to be on a plane? I do. I have like my go-to plane outfit. It's like it's basically like a sweatpant of some sort, but they have zippers on the side of it so that I can quickly zip up so that I can get my shoes off, and then I have my whole TSA.
Oh, you mean like not like a pocket, like a zip? And then sorry, what was after the zip?
And then I also have like a nice little gray sweatshirt that always goes with me everywhere I go, and it's nice and light and airy, so it doesn't overheat me on the plane, but it keeps me warm from that AC. So that's kind of like my go-to.
That's great, and it would work perfectly on Survivor.
Absolutely.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what you want to think about. Dress like you're dressing for a really long, like international flight.
It's like they say, dress like you're dressing for an interview. Dress for the job that you want, And if you're going on the island, dress like you're going on a red eye.
Yeah,
So,
and you wouldn't wear like all white because for me, I'd have spilt at the airport. So that's
and with the
exactly the same thing.
turbulence,
Yeah, oh my god, exactly. Like Survivor's like turbulence. You need an outfit that can get you through both of those things.
I don't know how we got here, but I love
But
it.
it's so correct, right? It feels right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna lightly spark this because I agree. I really do like the shirt.
Yeah.
And also I think it goes really good with the buff color.
Yes.
I like the shirt. I think it's a
Yeah.
good pattern, good material,
Mm.
button up. Don't know what the pants are, but I think I've seen worse. Looks like they're
Yes.
probably covering his ankles. It might be a bit of a too
And
hard material, but it could be worse.
And not to spoil you, Shannon, I think you're going to see worse. But
Is that
It better not be more denim.
Well, let's
I
see what our
can't
next
remember who the
person
next
is
one is.
wearing. It is Kyle.
Denim. Why?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is not even the last one. I like the shirt. I like the shirt just because again I like that style. And I think that is the perfect blue to go with the buff.
I agree.
And then I think the one on the left, it's very like both of those are obviously practical. No, like but the jeans.
Yeah, I don't know Kyle yet, but he's meant to be. He's like a blue collar kind of like all American type. Yeah, so I think that they have like kind of dressed him for that character type with the kind of plaid blue shirt, and the jeans. I mean, I think the rest of it is practical, and I do actually think the shirt looks really good. Long sleeve button up, good for layering. I think it's a really nice shirt actually. I think that's like an all-purpose shirt. Like you could dress that up or down.
Yeah.
But and I think like shorts with a t-shirt, like that's all fine. But then like the tight jeans, I just think it's gonna be an absolute nightmare for
I'll
you.
give him a little bit of credit in that is the correct, in my mind, that is the correct jean color, denim color to wear with a blue shirt like that. Like I don't think he should wear a dark denim.
It's
but
tonally pleasing.
Those are gonna turn dark when they get wet. So
at least it's not white.
This comment's just sent me.
It's true. I can't unsee it.
I can't unsee that now.
Can you imagine? It's
Oh,
Ian Rosenberg. Can you imagine that?
But also,
Rosenberg?
Amy's right here. He's a construction worker, so they definitely do style. There's, remember Kelly? We just spoke about Kelly's outfit for 45, and Kelly was wearing this like dark blue shirt. I love that color blue. It was beautiful. But someone made reference to it kind of is giving nurse's outfit. Like it's kind of like a little hint, a little homage to what she does outside of the game. And I think that can be seen what Kyle is doing here too. I mean, the jeans aren't my favorite, but I do really like the shirt, and I also like how he's wearing it too. He looks really cool. So I'm gonna lightly spark.
Yeah, I do think it's the character type, and as Amy points out in the chat, backwards cap. I think that as well is really leaning into the archetype. I like the cap. I mean, to get a cap on, that's great. Like for sure, if you're using your archetype to be like, yeah, I need a cap that fits for the archetype. And they're like, great, now you have a cap. You're being sun safe. Very important. I know they get sunscreen, but that's very important. That's helpful. You can put it like over your face in the sun if you want to like have a bit of a nap. Could be your nap cap. I think there's a lot to like, to be honest, for me.
Yes.
I like the colors, especially in the blue shirt with the jeans, but I just can't, in good faith, spark tight jeans.
Okay.
See, I'm on the fence because I'm thinking back to Teeny, where I was like, I like everything, but I've got to ignore the jeans, and that's where I'm kind of at. Because I really like the jacket.
And I snuffed both. See, that's a deal breaker for me.
I know. I'm gonna lightly snuff it, but I love that jacket.
There we go. Next up, we have Sue.
Yeah, this is where I thought Shannon was gonna hate this.
Oh, Sue.
I know.
Really tight jeans.
Really tight jeans with holes in them.
Yep.
Oh my god, we had the cold ankles. You're gonna have cold knees. You need a knee blanket, a blank knee.
A nanklet.
Which I'm so excited for Sue, by the way. If I did do the draft, I would want Sue on my team. The thing, this picture of her where she's pointing, I love this stance, and I like the top part of the outfit, and it looks like it flows beautifully. But the jeans, they're the I have to snuff that.
I will say the kind of gilet. I think it is a gilet because I think it's slightly it's puffy. I think it's got a slightly puff thing to it. So I think it is meant to be somewhat warm, but again, it's a gilet, which don't have arms. So even though that is going to be lovely, her arms are going to be absolutely cold.
I feel like I don't know that word, a gilet.
I didn't know either.
Gillet. It's basically like, you know, when you get like the really puffy winter coats,
Yeah.
just remove the arms,
Okay.
and it's a gilet. Let me get a photo up.
To be fair to Sue, what if she got there with her jeans intact? And she just like had a, God forbid, but like had something of a fall, like in the first challenge.
Right. Like, let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
Well, the benefit of the doubt is still very low because you still did come in the skinniest jeans. Like, these are beyond skinny jeans. Like, these are tight jeans. Like, they were gonna rip. Okay, you've taught me something because I've never heard of that before. Okay. I was like, am I meant to know what this is? Yeah, I mean, like, the really tight jeans, I can't look past with the holes, is like an absolute nightmare. It's like just a nightmare that she did that. I made that choice.
And look, Amy is so spot on. She needs 2 of Teeny's patches to cover up.
That's a good way to make
those tears.
Yeah.
No, and listen, Amy, this is also interesting, like the psychology of this choice too, right? Like dressing sort of younger to sort of get in with the younger people that she's going to be playing with.
No, because tight jeans are apparently really old. Like that's not good. A lot of the people in the cast are probably like, that's old.
No, wait, that makes me so sad.
I know, I'm still wearing the jeans.
Right.
That's what, like, I'm always going to go to skinny jeans. I'm just saying that they told us, they're saying a wider fit now. More like Teeny's jeans. And Teeny's what, 23? So Teeny knows.
Yeah.
It's more like that. Yeah.
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 The outfit goes with her personality, but practicality-wise, I cannot, in good faith, spark it. I have to snuff this, and I love Sue to pieces, but I have to snuff.
No, the jeans with the holes, it's a non-starter for me. I haven't even actually looked at the rest of the outfit. I'm like, yeah, nice blue. I was just saying but I can't.
No,
I can't.
All right, it is a snuff. I'm sorry.
What is going on there so it's a black shirt with the gilet over it.
Yeah, it's like a black t-shirt, and then
that's good layering. But again, I only looked at it right now.
That part is cool. Like I like that a lot. But it is overall a snuff, and now we have TK.
Okay.
No, this is where I think you'll like it, Shannon, because the one on the right, it has a hood. I think there is a hood there. I think
there's 2 different pants here.
There are 2 different pants.
I think the one on the left might be swim shorts.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, that looks like a very airy yoga pant, but if it might be shorts, they're good shorts though.
I think they're shorts. They look like.
Then what's on
shorts.
So what's the black pants?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I can't tell if they're just.
They might be denim.
They might be denim.
Oh my god! Well, I might be out on the denim because if they're denim, they're also tight. Like I can't imagine what else.
They don't look as.
They might be like a more of a cargo.
Maybe, but I do see a seam. Like I do see a seam.
Not a seam.
But I love the shirt in the right photo. I think that is awesome.
That's a cool shirt. Like that's like a cool shirt. Like if you saw that on the street, you'd be like, cool shirt.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's going to be very comfortable on the island too. Like I do think it's one of those it's just a nice layer.
Mm.
The shirts are good. That color, like bluey purple of the other shirt, I love that color. The shorts I think are good.
Yes.
I assume there'll be like some sort of jumper or like jacket, or he has like some long option.
Hope.
So he would, but we're not. And you said that there is a hood. Yes. Big up on that. I just feel like I don't think I've ever said that before. I think if it's denim, like I'm lower on it, but I'm still like I'm gonna spark it. If it's denim, it would bring it lower down to a neutral, to a possible light snuff, because I really do like the rest. If it's not, like I'm sparking it quite high. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. I mean, denim pending. The only other thing I feel bad for is those shoes of his are going to get ruined because they're white as well.
Yeah, that's all right, though. I kind of feel like any shoes will get ruined. Like,
any shoes,
Yeah.
And most shoes can go in the wash.
True.
I mean, like if I'm going on Survivor, I'm sacrificing those shoes. I'm not like, I'm also gonna wear them. Like it's fine. Shoes especially. Like actually, like all clothes. It's just more like if you're wearing all white clothes, do you want to just look that dirty and watch it get yellower and yellower as it progresses? Whereas like shoes are shoes. Like
I
you
don't
expect
know.
them to get
Ask
dirty.
Andy.
Yeah,
We need to
Andy,
ask Andy on that one.
I have so many questions, Andy.
First
one,
question
how
for
dare
Andy
you?
after the game is
How dare you?
yeah.
Can
All
we
right.
send this? Can we send this to Mike Bloom? We say the first question, and it comes from us.
And I'm gonna
Why?
100%. I will tell Mike when you do an next interview with Andy, hopefully far into the game to a win possibly, but when you do it, be like, how could you? What were you thinking? You absolute moron! No, you don't take it that far. We love it. I love Andy truly. Like,
Andy, we're excited for you. We're just questioning that choice. Anyway,
so many questions.
I'm going to give this a spark because the jury is still out on if those are jeans or not, and I'm going to think optimistically here.
Be optimistic because the other choices are so good that I don't think he'd make such a bad decision as to wear denim. He wouldn't be like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna slightly.
I actually do really like this.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So let's move on to our next castaway, Tiana.
She's got a cravat.
Oh, I can see an ankle. Oh, she has a cravat as well. Cravat alliance.
So I will say, I think this goes with her her work though, because she is cabin crew, airline hostess.
I guess that's like what. So if you're a hostess, if you're like you have to wear it all the time.
So you see so many people wear that. So I think like it is a slight little like little nod to her profession as a flight attendant. Yes, thank you. I love the on the left her shirt on the left. I think that's really cute.
It's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
There's so much going on here that it's just taking me a second. Because I do really like that shirt. Yeah.
I have to take
shirt is good.
Points off for the what is it?
Cravat.
I was gonna say Corvette. Thank you. Cravat. I have to take points off for the cravat layered under the buff.
Yeah.
That's a lot, and honestly, seems unsafe. Again, cravat. I don't know. Well, I think she and Genevieve, if they meet up at a swap or a merge, could talk about it because she also, I see an ankle, so it looks like she's going to need to use it for her ankles, exactly the same as Genevieve. They'll be like, wow, what are those that someone else wore a cravat? Like, they'll definitely talk about it. Like, whether they align on it or not, if they meet up in the game, they're definitely having that conversation. Yeah. So it's good that it's a conversation starter, but you wouldn't think another person would do it. So you wouldn't think it would help with the social game. Mm-hmm. I think the blue kind of open shirt, great, light, layering, good print, love it. The blue kind of shirt or tank top under it, that seems nice too, nice color. Pants too short. Not denim, but not the best, but not denim. So kind of neutral on the pant material. A chino, yeah. I don't love a chino, but like it could be so much worse, could be so much better. Yeah. And then the jacket, corporate blazer. Is that a blazer?
I don't see. Is there a collar?
I think it's a little too structured for Survivor.
Let me have a look.
I think that's going to be difficult in the challenges too. You don't want to pull a Bruce there either. I think the jacket is a little too structured, too tailored. Whether it has a collar or not, I don't love the jacket. So I think I'm snuffing this because I like parts of it, but then there's so many question marks for me.
I'm gonna snuff it too because listen. I mean, she can take the layer off before a challenge, but I'm gonna snuff it.
Well, I hope
agree.
She does.
You know, like there's a lot for the eye to take in. Even though I think that the tones are really nice. Like I think that the tone of the colors are fantastic, especially for television. It's just not all working for me.
I don't think the trousers are chinos because there's a drawstring in this other photo. I know we're all looking.
Well, then I'm a lot higher on the material, but like, and are they as short in that photo? Can we see her ankles? They
kind of just hit her ankle.
Okay, it could be worse actually.
Yeah. But she has the cravat, so
yeah. I'm still like, okay, I'm a little bit higher on it with that intel. Thank you so much for that. I think that was really important information. But I still think I'm still a snuff, but I'm less angry than I was a minute ago.
I'm gonna spark it just because I really like the on the left. I like the top on the left.
It is a cool shirt.
It's a good top. That's the best one, for sure.
Yeah, and I think now knowing the trousers, I think like she has thought about this. So
that's
the best part of it.
I agree. Look at us. We are fashion experts going on. We just went through every single castaway on this season. Now we have to decide what was our favorite collection overall.
Oh, this is so fun. This is like one day you're in, the next you're out. Takes me back to my Project Runway.
Project
watching
Runway.
days. Yeah. It's hard because Gata have Anika, which is the best outfit, and then they have and then they have Andy. I'll be getting there immediately, like and then Andy's really pulling it down. I mean, I think they've got and then also, I hate that knit sweater is not a good option as well. So that's hard too. I think they've got a lot of good and bad. I don't know. Maybe Lavo.
You think? Okay.
I don't know, but then Genevieve, that was kind of not. I didn't love it. Don't love the jeans for Teeny. I don't know. Like Tuku, I think is the most neutral. Like it's got the least highs, but also probably the least lows.
But then I feel like we've got a couple of people that are like full on denim trousers.
I guess they were blue. Oh yeah, you're right. Sue's jeans as well with the holes are terrible. So Tuku's out. I don't think. Yeah.
Okay, for tribe, like which tribe had the best collection? I'm gonna go with Lavu because I think there was a lot of elements that I liked with them overall.
Yeah, I think it might have to.
I can't forgive the all white. I have to.
Yeah, I honestly think look, Tegwith has said that this is like the roast of Andy. I think that was in the chat. And I will say that Gata would have won for me if not for Andy. the white. Like I think that they could even like get past the knit sweater. Like there's so much good there. Anika's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. It's just like so far the best outfit in terms of like practicality, and it just hits every mark. But the all white is just such a disaster. Like how could I reward that? I don't know. So I think Labo probably balances it the best.
I mean, for me, I'm gonna give it to Gata. I have to, because I'm looking at like I'm looking for a cohesion, like a tribe cohesion.
That's true.
And I get that with Gata. I do get it with Tuku as well, but I like more of the outfits on Gata better.
That is true. Like Lavo doesn't look super red in this photo. It doesn't look cohesive. I think Gata looked the best overall, and especially because like Andy's just kind of in the back. So
that helps.
Yeah.
I have a question. Out of all of them, like out of all the contestants, who's your favorite? Like one, like who gets your top spark?
Oh, Anika, definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm gonna give some love to Kishan. Kishan had it for me. Okay. I'm going to give it to Kishan with Anika and actually Sam. Sam for his shoes.
I really like Sam's shirt. Like, I don't know why. I just feel like, maybe there's some bias there for you.
I mean, if we're spreading the love,
the shirt, so,
if we're spreading the love, I would pick Sam.
Yeah, I think I'm going to change actually to Gata from a collection standpoint. Even Andy couldn't pull it back. It's so cohesive. Yeah. I think the yellow's really popping in a way that yellow's hard to pull off. Like, good on them for getting so many different kinds of great yellows. You've got really bright. We've got some warmer tones. You've got the mustard with John Lovett. They did really well. And that white is not yellow. It will be soon, but it's not. And then I think that it's very cohesive. It is very stylish, and it's like 60% practical. So it's just way more cohesive. So I think I'll have to go with I mean, you're wearing the shirt. Like that's.
I know. I feel like you've both convinced me now to go with, in terms of collection. I'm gonna go with Gata as well now.
That was my social influence.
Yeah, go. It pulled me over.
This was so much fun, and I just want to, Shannon. I mean, first of all, thank you so much for this. Was geese. This was geese. I'm so grateful for that alone, that we came out of this episode with that going into our next season. We got so much going on. I was curious to know if I should wear this shirt to the Bryce and Wen Present party on September 18th. I'm so excited to be there in New York City. I know Tegwith and Kara are also going to be there as well. So let us know. Reach out to us on social media. Let us know what you want if you cannot make it. And we have, like I said, we have a very special guest on our very first episode of Got Something For Ya. And that guest is Jam Jam. So we are so
Yay.
excited to speak with Jam Jam about the premiere episode of Survivor 47. But before that, you're going to have so much coverage that week. We got our pre-show before the episode airs on Wednesday. Then after the episode airs, you're going to see the after show. That's going to be really cool to tune into. Followed by the next day, you have Survivor Social. That's going to be on Thursday. And last but definitely not least, we have on Friday Stock Watch, which is going to be Friday at 2 p.m. But of course, you have to come back and visit Phil, Ollie, and myself and our special guest on Saturday. Didn't have the graphic for Got Something For Ya. Shannon, I just want to thank you again for being here. We hope you had so much fun.
I did. Thank you for having me. This was so fun.
We'll have you anytime. Again, I want to thank our audience for tuning in. It's so great to see some familiar faces and some new faces. We're going to be here every Saturday going over the latest episode. So with that, we are going to sign off and we will see you soon.